What is good, y'all? Back with the Angels, and we are here get set to kick off year number 3 after long spring training. You guys saw we at least played through one game last time out, but now fully through spring, and it did not go well at all. Now, I do it on a actual trial basis, so everybody gets starts and a good amount of them. So we see we finished 9-18 here, losing our last 6, but the first half of spring was with our actual team. Like the guys that I were pretty confident would make the roster, guys that were starters last year. You can see, we won our first two or three, lost 3 straight though after that, and then getting to the next month, we went on a 4-game winning streak, won another one there a little bit later, and then after that I kind of switched. And you can see only 2 wins in the second half, but we let our starters do their things this whole time and let people compete. So everybody got pretty close to the same amount of games and at bats, and there were some pretty impressive performances. Gary Sanchez had 6 home runs in the spring, 11 RBIs. That's very impressive, because knowing that he's going to come off the bench and be our backup catcher. We had Mike Trout still hit 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, bat over 300, which was good to see. Seeing some guys step into some high roles. Logan hitting about 260, Joe Adele hitting 240. And getting 3 home runs is actually at an impressive point. But the thing I was most impressed about here was rookie Carson Williams. We traded for him at the end of last year. He went down to AAA to finish out the year, but right now at a 68 overall, he's looking at one of our best options, batting 396, splitting 3.45 in his average on base and slugging after the spring. Is he was just playing good all over the place, no errors. I was really impressed with what he was able to do. Now, the hard part is going to be, where does he fit in? Zach Neto doesn't exactly have a secondary position. Matt Shaw would love to take over third, and he had a great spring, batting 283. So maybe he's finally starting to come into his own. So that just leaves second base, which is open for the taking right now. It was Eureka Hernandez's last year, but you see he batted 100. So I don't know if he's going to be able to make the roster. Kyron Paris once again struggling again. He only has one more option left. So down to AAA, he'll probably go to try to build himself up for next year being his last chance to make this team and roster. Or do I need to trade him away mid-season? There's going to be some things that we kind of look at. So I do it off of stats basis, so you can kind of see who some of the lower performers are, so you can kind of know who might be getting sent down. And then pitching wise, we did pretty good. Of course, some guys struggled. We had 11 starters up here fighting for 5 roster spots. So 6 of them are going to be disappointed that they don't get to be in the rotation. Now, I might keep 1 or 2 as long relief, though, most likely 2. So really, it's only going to be 4 of them that kind of get sent down. The rest will be relievers, and then our closing spot is pretty much locked up. But we had a lot of strikeouts through the spring, a lot of good ERAs here. Victor Gonzalez went 6 1/3, didn't give up a single run. Chase went 11 and didn't give up a single run at his 68 overall, playing way better than he is, and actually had a good end to his season last year. So I was really impressed by what he was able to achieve, and he might convince me to let that lower overall jump into our rotation. Home runs allowed wasn't too bad from the guys that will be staying up, but George Klassen here, he's still got 2 more options to where we can kind of send him up and down for at least 2 more years. Giving up 9 home runs, I don't think he's ready. Same thing for Walbert Arena here with a 5.03 ERA and 19 innings of work. He has all 3 of his options left at 23 years old. We only added him to the 40 to keep him away from the Rule 5 draft, so now he's got 3 years to kind of put it together. So strikeout per 9 rates were pretty good. Home run per 9 rates, of course, are going to kind of be wonky. You give up 1 home run in the spring and it throws your thing entirely off. So we can't really look at the advanced metrics too much just yet. But it's time for Grim Reaper week, man, or as I like to call it in Madden. But Grim Reaper day here in spring training is it's time to go ahead and send our guys down. So George Klassen, he'll be making the move down to AAA. Caden Dana, who's not impressed with that 9 ERA, he's going down too as well. We also got Walbert Arena. He's going to go ahead and take his way down to AAA. And as our final starting pitcher move, Hunter Barco, although he was up here and did okay, he's going down here after a lackluster spring training as well. Our relievers, Hans Kraus, he did do pretty good, but I want to go ahead and send him down right now. Aaron Bummer, even though we just signed him, did not do too good in the spring, so he's going to have to be designated for assignment and clear waivers to be sent down because he's been in the league for 5 years, but still going to go to get him up out of here with that 8 ERA and 2 whip. Jorge Soler, same thing. He has 5 years eligibility. We just signed him back, but I liked what Taylor Ward did a little bit better. So Ward actually wins the DH spot here for the team, and he'll be making the move down. Esteury Ruiz, he'll be going down to AAA along with Robert Hassel. So only keeping 5 outfielders here at the major league level. And then our shortstops, Kyron Paris, he'll be going down. Enrique Hernandez, he'll be going down. I'm actually going to make the decision to go ahead and keep Carson Williams on the active roster, though. So he did make the roster, at least, for me. I feel like he did enough to go ahead and stay up here, which means we're also going to move Sam Bachman down, though, to be able to keep him up. Trey Lipscomb, he's going to go down. He has a couple more options left, so maybe he can get a little bit better. And as far as his back goes, and the last move we're going to make here is actually going to be a trade for Dylan Moore. A signing that didn't really work out too well. He had position flexibility, but just didn't hit good enough, not even at the AAA level, for me to think about bringing him back up. The contact was just too low. So him, Denzar Guzman, and one of our shortstop prospects are going to go to the Marlins for one of their catching prospects, Kelly Crucian. First round draft pick in the 2026 draft. He's got B potential, 73 overall, but they have other young options at catcher that I feel like, with Augustin Ramirez getting a 5-year deal, it made no point to keep another young catcher on this roster. He's going to be playing backup basically for 5 years. So he can come over to us and battle it out with Logan to see who can get that top spot. He's going to already have a good spot there at AAA. And this will be the final roster heading into the season. Nolan, Logan, Henry, Mike, Taylor, Zach, Matt, Joe, and Carson will be the starting lineup, with Gary, Alexander, Chris, and Zach on the bench. As far as our rotation, we'll go Aaron, Reed, Lance, Walker, Samuel, and over there in the bullpen, pretty much kind of the same arms from last year, just having some different long relief options. And we also did this time around, I'm going to actually stay focused on the minors, making sure that I actually set the lineups and rotations good down here too as well. Maybe that'll help out guys develop good, making sure they're in a spot in the lineup where they can actually produce well, not just letting it auto make the lineup for me. So I kind of actually went through here and tailored these AA, AAA lineups like I did my major league lineup. I like a lot of vision and contact at 1 and 2, power from 3 through 5. My fourth best power guy, or good power mix of power and contact that's left, is at 6, and then kind of 7 through 9 is kind of just randomly thrown together, with the 9 probably having the lowest vision on the team. And then for the rotation, kind of got some changes here. I mean, you got the young guys that we got. They're still going to start out this year at AA with some moves, probably to AAA coming for at least those top 3 maybe. Douglas, Dave, and Francis. If they pitch like they did last year, a move up to AAA could be coming, but they'll be my top 3 options. Alex still has a long way to go at the 5 spot. And then we have our 2 rookie closers. Hopefully they can produce and get their overalls up to maybe take over that top major league spot one day. But now that Grim Reaper week is gone, we can finally get into the most exciting time of the year for baseball fans. Opening day. Well, I guess after the postseason and maybe All-Star weekend, it's opening day. We get to go ahead and debut this brand new team filled with, it's pretty much almost exactly the same. Most of our additions, sometimes they're not even making the team. We really need to make, bigger splashes here in free agency to really see boost in development, but there's just so many young guys that have good potential that you just want to see develop, and they can't develop on the bench. So, but they're getting older, the series is getting longer, and so their chances and my patience are running thin. As we have Aaron Savali leading us off here today as our opening day starter against Jose Altuve of the Astros, as we're going to look to be a much better team than we were last year. Mike Trout entering the year with a chance to get 2,000 hits at some point this year. I think whether that math add up to like 76 more hits this season. So we'll probably try to keep odds on that if I can remember. 76 hits away from 2,000. Maybe try to highlight that game or that opportunity that he'll have to reach 2,000 hits in his career. But of course, during this opening day, this is a good time to check like that tracker down at the bottom, because it's giving you projections on the season, what your farm system ranks, projected league leaders. I love looking at that, during the whole first week basically, because it kind of gives you all those projections. Some of them can be pretty funny, as we've seen before. Some of our guys that we've sent down, that they thought we should keep up, end up actually being possible league leaders. Like Esther Ruiz almost always is on there for stolen bases. Here you can see our farm system is the top in Major League Baseball with an evaluation at $198 million. That's a huge gap between Pittsburgh, who's at 168, and then Milwaukee at 144. So we actually have a very, very good farm system. I think it said 7 out of the top 100 players or prospects list are on our team, tied with the Reds for the most here in the league. So we'll have to check that out at the beginning of next episode after this game, so we can see who all 7 of those are. Obviously, we got 3 starting pitchers that should be on that list, but I don't know who else would it be, if Carson Williams still claims on that list or what. But what I do know is Savali just had 3 back-to-back strikeouts there to get us out the inning after the first leadoff base hit. And we will be set to face off against their ace, Hunter Brown, who last year had a 3.77 ERA, not too bad. in our revamped lineup that we really couldn't get right last year. I mean, we had a couple different leadoff guys. Zach Neto tried it for a little bit, did not do too well in it. Honestly, he hit better as we moved him into different spots. So I looked for a leadoff hitter in free agency. We unfortunately missed out on 2 or 3 of our options. Jazz probably would have been it. Jonathan India would have definitely been our leadoff guy, but didn't get either one of those guys at second base. So this year it'll be Nolan Schnell. And he's starting off with the ground ball over to the third that he's not able to beat out. But at the leadoff spot, they have him projected 270. If he can give me that, I'll be happy. If Henry gives me 270, I'll be happy. Some of those other averages got to come up, though. I need a couple more guys hitting around at least 250, 270, please. Because all these 230s and hitting below 200s are not going to work anymore. Batting third here, Hunter Piera. Nobody on base here in the first inning. First pitch he sees is a four-seamer about thigh high out to deep left field. And it'll be caught in. So both of us kind of go down. Not too much action here in the first. But going back to Aaron Savali. And he actually was working a masterclass in this game. Kind of showing why he is our ace here. 2-2 on Suzuki. Gets him to swing and chase that curveball low and away. For strikeout number 4 already. And just only 2 innings of work. We go here top of the third, 1 out. Jake Myers on the 2-2 count. He'll get him looking on that cutter as that inside strike zone was kind of loose today. I'm not going to lie to you. So you see we're about to come back and attack it again here with 2 more strikes on Altuve. He watches it as well. That one actually clearly was over the zone. But now we've got 6 strikeouts through 9 outs. We've got some of our team projected leaders as Pierre will lead in average. They got Trout leading in OPS and home runs. Henry leading in RBIs. Ruiz still leading us in stolen bases despite being in AAA. I think it said Ward there leading us in WAR. So we'll have to see how all of that factors into the end of the season rankings here. As Ward lofts this one deep out to right field, going to that short porch in right field, and it'll be gone. He tried to leap forward but missed, and maybe that's why he's going to lead in WAR, because he's already leading us to a lead. First home run of the season, first extra base hit of the season for the Angels as well, and it's the first run of the season. As that one, I didn't think it would have the carry to go. I thought he was going to be able to get there. He jumped kind of early. I don't even think you need to jump on a wall like that. So, I mean, this wall you can literally probably just stand on and immediately gain like 3 more feet of height. But he jumped for whatever reason. I'm happy he did, because it allowed us to get that solo home run. And 1 out later, Carson Williams getting his first cuts here as a rook. I forgot. What did we even trade for him? Was it a Luis Refringo deal, or was it, I think it might have been for our starters. We actually have traded away quite a bit of our starting rotation too to get younger prospects in the bats, and we've drafted pretty well starting pitching. So like we did give away some of our top talent there at the spot to go get some bats like this. And that's going to be a base hit that gets down. As I think both him and Matt Shaw are reflections of trades that we did for starting pitchers, and you see they're both up here playing at good levels, or at least Carson is with that base hit. And Nolan will come up right behind him with the chance to rotate our lineup around and try to get this 1-0 lead increased further. Really kind of working that upstairs. In the middle of the day, it's kind of hard to see the top part of the zone. So that's smart there by Hunter. 1-2. Chopped on the ground as the circle changed. He'll go ahead and come in and make the play. Only throw will be to first base there. Didn't try to flip it for 2. As that'll give us a 2-out rally chance here, though. Logan's up. 78 speed. I did kind of want to steal off on first base, but I'm kind of glad I guess we didn't. We might have been able to make it to third, though, on that one. At least a base hit could score him with ease. 1-2 count after watching the cutter off the plate and swings upstairs yet again. I told you the upper part of the zone is tough to see today. But hopefully if it's tough for us, it's tough for them too. As we go to the top of the fourth here, Jeremy Pena here. 2022 former World Series MVP. Now set to get one of their first hits here on the day, as that's hit number 2 for them. Getting into the outfield for a base hit with no outs. Leading things to Yordan Alvarez here. He's going to watch that one low. We got to definitely be careful with him. He's one of those very few players that's got a very good mix of contact, power, and vision, as that eats Neto up and then eats Henry up too as well. He's going to have to come back and get it. They're going to try to go to the plate. The throw will come in just offline there for him. What just happened? Yordan Alvarez hits a base hit. It eats up Neto at shortstop. No diddy. Goes into the outfield. Then Pierre hits his wrist. And by the time he can pick it up to throw it into the plate, 99 speed is flying into the plate with ease. And just like that, we got to get this play here. Carson Williams taking it himself with a jump throw and already showing an improvement to the defenses. The rookie looking kind of impressive. As through 4 innings for both guys, 3 hits, 1 earned run given up, pretty identical numbers. Only standout difference for Aaron is the strikeout totals here for him. He has 6, hasn't gotten a single one though since the 3rd inning. Playing more to the contact of these Astro hitters. Suzuki now with the 1-1 count here. We'll get one upstairs. That's going to be a deep ball going way back center field at the wall. It is gone. Going up there into the grass territory, just getting over the trees. As that is their first home run of the season, going to Seihei Suzuki. 490 feet to dead center. And just like that, the Astros take the lead here in the game. It is now 2-1. As maybe we left Savali in there a little too long. Pitch count is getting high here at 50. I mean, I guess that's pretty high for now today's MLB with the way everything is set up. So we'll have to definitely see and keep an eye on that. I want him to at least be able to get through the 5th inning, but we'll have to see how the rest of these batters go here. That's going to be a base hit. It goes into the outfield for Yanir Diaz. Now we got Josh Lowe up behind him. Looking to kind of stay low in the zone if possible. Let's work this double play, Aaron. Ah, come on now. Locate. He's starting to lose his control a little bit here. That one's right where I want it. On the ground to Snell. Throw it over to second for 1. Back to first to the pitcher. Oh, no. He actually came back himself for that one. Nolan, Gold Glove-esque play there at first. Snagging that one down the line and coming back to make the play on the bag, even though he was running away while throwing. And then now we just got to put down Jake Myers here with 2 outs. He lines this one out to center field. Joe Adell's going to have to get in place to make the play. Just like that, the rally does not stop here. You see they got a steal potential on here. They're trying to warn me about it. Jose Altuve, though, at the plate. We got to focus on him. Throw goes down there to Williams. Not going to be in time. They move up to second base. Altuve already has a hit today. They could use another one from his high contact here as he bloops this one out to center field. Joe Adell's going to come in, and he's going to make the play. So through 5 innings of work, the Astros now battle back and take a 2-1 lead. As we go to our bottom half of the 5th match, Shaw here will bloop this one out to center field. Probably what they wish had happened for them. As we're going to go ahead and try to start a little rally of our own here. Already got 1 down. Shaw over at first. Joe Adell. Can he get his first hit of the season? He'll line this one out to right field. The defender will come in and dive and miss. That's going to go back up against the wall. He's going to have plenty of room. The center fielder calls him off. He's going to come all the way from center to grab this one in the corner. The run will score. It's a triple for Joe Adell. I low-key thought inside the park home run for a second. But I guess maybe he got tired kind of crossing the base pass. I cannot believe the center fielder would call that off. I guess maybe he felt like he had more momentum and more speed. But just a lined low drive ball out there. He tried to dive for it. Was completely off target. And the center fielder had to come all the way from the middle of the field to the corner just to keep inside the park home run from happening. And Carson Williams unable to capitalize on the runner at third to give us the lead. As he goes down swinging, then Nolan with an 0-2. Getting one in on the hands out to right field. This one's going back towards the wall. It'll get over his head. So that's going to be an RBI double here as the throw will come in. I thought for a second that was going to be a liner to the outfielder. So now we have the lead back. You see the percentages are showing up again. Remember, they used to show up right by the name. Now they're underneath the name there as it showed a 73% chance of winning for us. As we're able to take back our lead here in the 5th. Now up 3-2. Off the bats of Shaw, Joe, and Nolan. That's going to make them go to their bullpen when they come back. Joe Ross is now in the game here. 77 games last year. Only 7 holds, which is pretty interesting. I forgot what constitutes a hold. I think it's anytime you come in and at least get 3 outs, right? Is it anytime you come in and get at least 3 outs and don't give up an earned run? Or does it have to be a certain score? Maybe it has to be within a certain score range. Like you have to be only up by like 3 or less, like a save situation. I forgot what constitutes a hold. I'll have to look that up here after the game. Or maybe y'all can let me know down below. You know, y'all can be helpful down there too as well. We don't really get too many active comments here on these videos too often. So, you know, somebody comment down below. Let me know what the whole rule is. That's gonna be a base hit out to the outfield. He dove and missed. Why you would dive at the wall, I don't know. But Henry's gonna take off for third base and get the triple there. Yeah, I don't even know why you would dive into dirt. That one, you're better just kind of playing it off the wall. He wanted to try to be a superhero. Let's see. Was he close at least? I mean, it looks like he was close, but also close to doinking that head off right field. And Mike Trout now on the day, he's 0 for 2, but a chance to get an RBI here. All he has to do is put this one in the air. And, of course, they're going to try to keep him low. Ooh, that was a beautiful. That one actually could have been it, probably. The sinker. If that's not a home run, it's at least a fly ball. And unfortunately, gets him on the slider downstairs that goes in front of the catcher. Trout tries his luck there, but is thrown out with ease. The runner does not try to advance forward on that one. Taylor Ward next, though. With the solo home run last time, he'll get an RBI base hit this time, or RBI sacrifice hit, I should say. As we go to bring Henry around, get the lead up for it, too, and then we're going to bring in our bullpen as Jose Hernandez, probably our best arm from last year's Major League Club, was going to come in and try to shut this one down. As he gets the strikeout there on Alec Bohm immediately after entering the game. Suzuki on the 0-1 will pop this one out to Trout and right. He'll grab it. And then they'll go ahead and bring in Diaz here in the first pitch that he sees. He's going to line this one right over to Shaw. So 1, 2, 3, just that quick. And Hernandez is doing his thing. We're going to go ahead and bring him back out for the 8th since it was so fast to see if he can just go ahead and shut the door right here and set things up for our closer, throwing it over to first. I think I even did award him with the setup man upgrade. At least to me, setup man sounds like an upgrade from middle reliever. So we'll have to see, though. If his innings aren't as much as they were last year, I might move him back because I want him pitching a majority of the games, especially when the lead is close or when we're closely to getting the lead back. Like close games, I want Hernandez in as much as possible. And the only man that I would want in more than him is the $10 million a year closer himself, Jordan Romano. So we'll go ahead and enter the game here with a 4-2 lead. Facing off against Jeremy Pena and the 2, 3, 4 hitters. The most dangerous part of this Astros lineup set to go up against one of the best closers in the game last year. Fouling that one back. Pena will go ahead and set back up for the 1-2 count here. Flying this one out to Henry out in left field as he will go ahead and come in and make the play. Definitely got to work on his fielding. I think he had a considerable amount of errors last year, especially for an outfielder. So definitely probably want to work more on his fielding as far as like the training and everything goes to get him better in that aspect. And of course, we're going to just go ahead and walk Jordan Alvarez. No reason to try to play it risky and get him to crack a home run when we don't need him to. Instead, we'll just go ahead and pitch around, or cautiously, not purposely pitch around him to walk him over to first base. And then Christian Walker here, get him down to an 0-2 count. Let's try to get him to chase this sliders. That one catches way too much of the plate. That was not where I wanted that at all, as that's going to the bullpen and it's out of here. $10 million just flying over the wall. As we paid a lot of money for that same kind of success we had last year. In the very first game he comes in, everything looked like he was under control for the most part, except for that slider. And you can see that thing just flying over the wall. They're celebrating now as ball game is back to being tied. And Romano, I mean, we just want him to go ahead and finish out the inning. I didn't have anybody else up because I didn't think he would blow this one here. And then Henry tries to go stumbling for this one, not able to make the play this time around. So the inning's going to continue. Will they be able to actually take the lead here in the ninth? Suzuki chops this one on the ground. Neto's fading back for it over to Williams for one. Throw over to first will not be in time. A little bit slow there by Neto to get the play started up. And the inning will continue here with Diaz as they're going to take off for second base. Throw goes down, and he is in there safely with the stolen base at second. At 72 speed, he was able to go to get there. Maybe Logan doesn't have that arm that I thought he did. Full count to Diaz here. Coming back with the slider. That one's a little bit lower than it was earlier. And we'll get the ground ball that we need this time, but not before Walker makes it too late. Is they're going to go and bring in Jonathan Loaisiga, who is one of my favorite relievers. Shout out to the former Yankee. And he's going to look to shut us down here in the 9th to keep things tied up for extra innings. But he's got to face our 4, 5, and 6. So Trout, Ward, and I actually honestly forgot who our 6th guy is. I don't think, because my right and left-handed lineups are different. I forgot who is at 6 right now. It's not Joe Adell. I know that. I think it's Zach Neto here in this lineup here. As they watch his strike 3, is Trout, I guess, did not want to swing today. Another 0 for day here in the debut game, or opening day game. And Taylor Ward, who is 1 for 3, but has 2 RBIs in the day, looking to maybe get a rally started here as he chops that circle change foul. On the ground here. Throw another circle change low. He bobbled it, but plenty of time to go ahead and recover and throw over. Second base, you don't have to worry about too much about making clean plays as long as you got a little bit of an arm. And the Neto was looking there to join the hit party. You see he's 0 for 1 here on the day. Lines that slurve out to left field. Leaps over his head and it'll go past him. Hitting up against the wall. It'll be a 2-out double here for Zach Neto. And we might have just got something started here. Got the slurve belt high, timed it up well, and pulled it. Now Matt Shaw can end the game here as he goes and gets this to right field. It's falling, but right into a glove. So we're going to go ahead and go to extra innings now here on opening day. Bringing in Brock Burke. Going back to the left side part of the plate where they were struggling with here today. As he'll face off against their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. And obviously the leadoff runner there at second base. So we have to make sure we try to keep him from scoring. There goes the call strike upstairs. It's the inside part of the plate, or I should really say that left side, was kind of shut down all day. He was making terrible calls in that all day, so I'm surprised he called that for us. But it sets up this fly ball here to Joe Adell to center. No movement there by the runner. As now they'll rotate to the top of their lineup here as Jose Altuve with 2 outs will try to make something happen as he lines this one out for a base hit. Trout's going to have to come in and fire this one off his feet. Throw will come in as he stumbles. Perfect throw right to the glove. Didn't even have to reach or move at all. He threw it basically right where the tag needed to be. That is a veteran outfield move. That's why we have not traded him yet. Look at him just come up firing the throw. Look how beautifully this is. Right there. He didn't even move his. The only time he moved his hand was to go backwards for the swipe. And that'll take us to our half now as Joe Adell coming up. Had the RBI triple earlier. As we have an opportunity here with Matt Shaw at second base to start us off. To just try to get him around. Okay, back-to-back line drives. Those were some pretty good pitches there. It looks like they were trying to get him with the sinker. Getting the circle change in on the hands. Trying to bloop this one out to center field. It's not going to be there. It's going to be caught. Runner was moving as Shaw kind of almost got caught lacking. If their center fielder was smart and threw that to second instead of the cutoff man, we might have been cut down. As it'll now be up to the rookie in his major league debut here today. Can he walk it off? That would be a very storybook ending, first game. This is what everybody would dream about if they were a rookie. Walking it off in their first game ever. A slider right down the middle. That's going to be a base hit. The runner's going to come to the plate. The throw will be up the line. Walk-off base hit there for the rookie. Carson Williams flexes. Matt Shaw's flexing. And the whole team is celebrating. As we walk this one off, the Angels come away with the victory here 5-4. It shouldn't even been this close, man. We should have been able to walk this off in the 9th, but thankfully to the rookie, got a slurve belt high, sent it right back to center as Loaisiga could do nothing but just lay down. And they tried to make this throw in from center field, but they did not get that Mike Trout throw. And I don't even know if they got the Mike Trout throw if got him. He was sliding pretty well in there. So thankfully, Matt Shaw has some speed at second base and was able to go ahead and take off on that one and score that for us as we will walk out of here victorious in opening day. Getting the 1-0 victory as Brock Burke will walk out with the win. 9 hits, only giving up to them. We got 9 hits as well. 2 hits from Henry there and Carson as well. So shout out to them for having multi-hit games as Logan and Mike Trout both go over. Taylor Ward gets his first home run of the year. And Aaron, a pretty good start, 6 innings, 6 hits, only 7 strikeouts today. giving up 2 earned, and then Jordan Romano with the blown save is not what we wanted to see here in the first ever start of the year. But a very good way to open up opening day, and we're going to come right back and follow it up. Reed Detmers now coming in, had a very strong, especially end to last year's season. Has now worked his way up to number 2 in the rotation. Hopefully he'll be here for a while. But I wanted to get a player lock game in with the Rook after his game-winning base hit to go to see how he performs. And I got to say, off of the first series alone, I was impressed by him. His defense is good. Very good, at least for second base, too, as well. Now, will he make the move to shortstop? We'll have to see how Neto plays. And if I go out to find another second baseman, because he could move back to his original position at short. He has the defense ability to play short, third. Really, the only reason that he's not playing, honestly, shortstop is because Zach Neto has no secondary position. If I could get Neto to play some second base and not have errors over there, I think he would work better at second and let Carson Williams play short. Let me know down below if you guys think that that would be okay. Like, I really think that I might want to move Zach Neto to second base, make him a second baseman even, or at least add it as a secondary position, and have him play some second because his skill set is more relevant to a second baseman. And I think it'll make our defense a little bit better having Carson play short instead. So we'll have to see how that turns out, though, or if we just entirely get rid of Zach Neto altogether if that bat doesn't start to wake up for us. Here's the one-handed, barehanded grab. Let's look at the play there from Carson. I'm telling you, the defense is there. Now back up at the plate here. We're at a 2-2 tie here. He has a runner at second base. Fouls off that first pitch. Gets another one here, but not enough power to get this gone. But it will get a base hit and an RBI here, as I thought they might throw home. They did not. Instead, we're having to get back and scramble for first. But it'll be an RBI base hit for the rookie. Getting another RBI here, as he just keeps getting more and more excited. And they're letting me go to try to steal off here for second base. We're going to go and take off a little bit late on the drive. Throw will go ahead and come in right behind us, but we're in there safely. So we've seen his first RBI, first base hit, first stolen base. When will be the first extra base hit? I don't know. What I do know is we have a lead here against the Stros. Heading into the bottom of the 6th now, 4-2 game. See, we'll have a runner at first base. If he keeps playing this well, he'll work his way up past that 9 hitting spot. But right now he's doing very well here, turning the lineup around, getting on base and getting hits any way he can, as that's a fielder's choice. To move things back to the top of the lineup here is Nolan. Will go and get a line drive over first base. He'll foul it, throw over to the pitcher, though. We'll grab him. As I don't know, let me know what you guys think, though. If you're hitting really well, if your 9 hitters hitting really well, remember when we won our World Series with the Reds and even with the Tigers, our number 9 hitter was batting 290, almost 300. And the only reason I say that's a good thing is because now you turn the lineup back around for your top guys to hit well, gives more RBI potential for the 1 and 2 hitters. You just have to have a 2 hitter that's hitting good. And right now, Logan is over in his first 2 games. So we have to fix that one already with the hurry. Henry getting his second triple of the year, his first home run alongside Mike Trout as well. And then Reed putting together 6 innings, 5 Ks, 6 hits, 2 walks in his first start of the season. And I wanted to go ahead and take a look at other, like I said, I put the time in to make these lineups, so I want to look at the other levels too as well, at least their opening days. So AAA opening day here. We're going to be in the booth, at least going quickly through this game, just trying to see how well everybody hits and performs. Of course, we have some new faces down at the AAA level. We want to see if guys are going to start to perform well. We have Crushon down there. Christian Moore is down there. Kyron Paris is down there. So those are kind of some of the names. Lipscomb, some of the guys we're looking at. Sandy Gaston even is a pitcher that we're looking at down there to see if he performs well. So a lot of guys that will have our eyes here as we go and try to work our way through. And I love the fact that you can, decide to steal, hit and run, pinch it. I don't do too much control. It's kind of mainly just like swinging and hitting because I don't really bunt too often. I don't really do like you saw there, Suicide Squeeze was there. I don't really pitch around guys or intentionally walk a batter. I just kind of pitch to them or pitch to contact to try to get a double play would be the only other thing that you see me do. As there, it does not work in our favor as Gaston gives up the first run of the day, and the second one too as well, as it just keeps going here as we get more and more base hits. But there was an error in there, so we'll have to see how many of those runs actually counted against him. We're going to get here to the 6th inning. Ruiz with a double. Back-to-back groundouts goes in and ends that scoring chance for us here. Gaston probably coming to the end of his stamina as we get an error there and a base hit to follow it up to score the 3rd run, and another error As it's not even his fault this time, we're going to go ahead and go with a pitching chance, though, and get Hans Kraus in, who we had to send down from the major league level. So we'll have to see if he works his way back up, if anybody starts to struggle out the pen. And then while our batter's up here, we have a walk and a single and another walk by Crucian, as Esteury Ruiz now, who's already 1 for 3 in a double, will come up with bases loaded here, bottom of the 7th. And we'll go ahead and step in here against Alan Moiser, who's throwing 104 pitches on opening day. They must not care about that man's arm, because that thing is a noodle right now. So that's going to be a base hit that gets down the outfield. 2 runners are going to score. Runner's going to go ahead and slide over to third base. So I think that is Crucian there sliding into third. I don't know his last name. I don't know, something about Crucian, but it just sounds like a Harry Potter spell. I'm not going to lie to you. Crucio. But if y'all haven't seen the Hogwarts Legacy walkthrough, man, go back and check that out. There is a playlist on the channel, man. That thing was funny. Man, I need to do more walkthroughs. But here's we go to extend things forward to the bottom of the 8th. Another run scoring opportunity, this time for Kyron Paris, who's 2 for 3 on the day. As we have runners at first and second. Shintaro Fujinami, who was a major league starter at one point. I guess they sent him down to AAA now. So getting a chance to face off against at least a big league caliber arm here with the game on the line. And he gets a cutter upstairs. He's going to line this one into the gap. That's going to get down for a hit. It's going to be extra bases to score home 2. He's going to actually work his way to 3 with that 79 speed. Throw will come in and be nowhere close. This is a 2 RBI triple to give us the lead right back. And just that quickly, we're having to go ahead and bring in our rookie AAA player, Alberto Menendez, drafted from last year's class, already up to a 73 overall coming in. So the higher of the 2, but they both have high potential. And we'll have to see what that potential turns into with their first full leagues in the minors. So obviously one had to go to AAA, one is at AA. So Alberto Menendez with the higher overall gets to move up to AAA, and he's just going to have to figure it out. I personally am one of those people that I like a closing pitcher in a closing pitcher role. You're not going to see me put a reliever there. If I do, he will be switched to a closing pitcher if he does good enough. But I like putting a closing pitcher in the closing pitcher role. So if I can draft one, sign one, trade for one to make sure I got one at all 3 levels, I will do so. As that is probably maybe a bad explanation as why we want one, is that it's going to be a solo home run to the outfield. And not only did we blow a save with our closer in the majors, we blew one at AAA too. And here's a hint: the AA game isn't in this one because obviously the AA season starts, like 2-3 weeks after the regular season for both these teams. But I better not get a blown save. If I get an opportunity to save the game, we better not get a blown save with the AA closer. I'm gonna be mad. So obviously he has to finish out the 9th inning here, though. Can he just get the last out here against Raymond Urias? I'm not sure who the Tacoma. Oh yeah, Tacoma. This is the Mariners AAA team, because we played on this squad. I'm surprised you ain't seen Ace produce out here, but Macarell spoils the game there for us, and we actually come back up here to bat in extra innings now on the bottom of the 11th as Lipscomb walks, and a double there by Crucian scores him around. And we will go to get the win here. I can't really tell what our team name is. It's the Bees, but I don't know what name that was on the jersey. As we go to get the win here, 5-4. Want to look at some of the team rankings here. As we had 10 hits as a squad, 3 for 5 by Kyron Paris, 2 for 5 by Esteury Ruiz. So great games by them as they were good hitting the ball, but the defense still pitiful down here. Paris hits an error, Kelly getting an error behind the plate, and Lipscomb as well. And that made sure that Sandy had no earned runs. We could have won this game a lot easier if we just looked at earned runs, as he went 6 1/3, 7 hits, only 2 strikeouts, so very low strikeout numbers, but no earned runs, so the ERA will still stay at 0. And as we go to come back up here to the majors, we'll simulate the rest of this Astro series here to see if we have any critical situations. We do not, but we lose both games 2-9 and 3-7. As the first game, we gave 12 hits here, as everybody in the middle of their order getting a 2-hit day. Nolan having 2 hits here. Carson another 2-hit day as well. But Logan still 0 for 4, so still yet to get his first hit out of the 2 spot. Matt Shaw and Joey Dell both hit their first home runs of the season. And Lance puts together a decent start. 5 innings, 4 Ks, 3 earned. And Brockberg giving up 4 more late. So not a good outing by our reliever. Not a good outing by our starter. And the bats were kind of cold here today. And then we go behind that to lose 3-7. Once again, giving up a lot of runs, but not scoring as much. As this time we only have 6 hits as Henry goes 2 for 3. We see Carson Williams finally cool down here as he has an 0 for day. finally going 0 for 4. But Walker Buehler 6 in the third, 3 earns, 5 strikeouts. Once again, a strong start from our starter. Bullpen giving it up though, as Ben Joyce only gets 1 hit, gives 1 out, gives up 5 hits and 4 earned. Not what I wanted to see at all, but that'll basically go ahead and do it, man, here for the first couple games here to start the year. We start off the year 2-2 as we're set to stay at home against the series against the White Sox. Looks like the AAA team, the Bees, they end up going 1-2. And just kind of a quick look here after the first 4 games, what the lineup looks like. Nolan batting .294. Logan only 1 hit this season. 400 there for Henry. 250, 187 and 176. Matt Shaw actually performing good this year. 308. And then Carson Williams so far batting .313. So we'll have to see what kind of development that entices. Hopefully they start to jump up and see some major boosts playing at the major league level. But if you guys are enjoying the series and are ready for the next episode, you already know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe when you guys' way out to show that love and support. Ace video will be going up tomorrow. If you guys missed it, I did a reaction to the College Football 26 reveal trailer earlier today. So make sure you guys head back and check that out and let me know what you guys want to see from that game when it does drop. And if you're looking for more Smooth content, head over to Sean Too Smooth for my reaction videos. So love every single one of you guys. Leave some feedback what you guys are thinking of the series down below. If you guys are loving it, enjoying it, I'd love to see what you guys have to say down below. But I'll catch you guys there in the next video. It's me, your boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka GM Smooth, the King of Rebuilds. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm going for the day. Later.